heading into week 10 of the NFL. Is it too early to give a Super Bowl prediction? I don't know. We're going to fucking do it anyway. So how about it? Looking ahead right now from week 10 on, what's a couple of teams y'all see a potential Super Bowl matchup? Hit me with one,
Mhm.
Sam. What's cooking
Right now,
right now?
The way Philadelphia playing is gonna be between either Philly and the Lions or whatever
Mm.
in that championship game,
Ooh,
or it's gonna be Philly and Atlanta in that championship game right now as we
Atlanta.
speak.
The
Atlanta
Falcons?
in that championship game, bro. They're rolling right now. So one of those two, I'm gonna have to go with Philly. Philly's definitely killing the game right now. I'm going with Philly. AFC, I'm seeing the Ravens, and I'm seeing the Super Bowl champions. So that's definitely gonna be the matchup or whatever of the ages. And I see the Ravens pulling it out. So I'm seeing Ravens and I'm seeing Philadelphia in this year's Super Bowl right now
Bro,
as week 10.
Are you drunk or something?
bro, where did Philly come from? You were just shitting on them last or 2 weeks
I
ago.
know. The last 4 weeks, man, Hurts no interceptions, 4-0. Ever since we beat the brakes off of them, whatever, man, they turned a new leaf.
Saquon
Defense,
fucking backwards hurdling
defense,
people.
Oh my
man,
God.
defense is playing like they're supposed to be playing. Saquon, those boys then got healthy. All those boys was hurt. All the guys was hurt. Offensive linemen, both of the receivers or whatever. Yeah, they looked like dirt. But now, 4-0 in the last 4 games, and no interceptions from Jalen Hurts or whatever, 12 touchdowns, and that's leading in the last 4 games. So that's the trend. That's where they're supposed to be in at anyway. When we first did the talked about Philly or whatever getting Saquon, I said it was gonna win like 13, 14 games. You know what I'm saying? So they
No
only lost two
question.
games. They only lost 2 games. Everything is clicking now like it's supposed to be. I still feel like Sirianni is not the guy for that job or whatever, but with the talent that he has or whatever, they're gonna get that stuff done. So I see Philly and I see the Ravens in the Super Bowl.
That's bold. Philly is definitely good. I told you, I've been saying that they've been fine on offense. It's their defense, and their defense still has
Mm-hmm.
questions. They were up with 16-0 last week. Let them come back, and they're
Mm-hmm.
lucky to pull that one off.
22,
But
22
there's
nothing.
there's 22-0. So
Mm-hmm.
I stand corrected. Good point. So there's still holes in there. There's still too many questions on that defense for my liking for me to just pick Philly. Philly is a legitimate threat every year to get to the Super Bowl as long as they have that roster assembled in a sense anyway. So in a sense, yes, they're a threat, but are they my favorites? No. I mean, of course, me being the Lions fan, it's just so simple for me to point and say that, oh, I got the Lions, easy Super Bowl shoe and this and that. It's not that simple for me. Look, obviously the Lions are playing some of the best football in the NFL right now.
Right
It's
now.
hard to ignore that. They have a top elite offense. Even without certain playmakers, they're making it happen. They've strung together a whole bunch of wins now, and they're winning in dominating fashion in a sense, a lot of these games. So they are looking good. We got to see how much we can continue it up. I don't want to play our best football right now. We got to play it towards the end of the season and the playoffs. So it's hard for me to pick another team in the NFC over the Lions with how the Lions are playing right now. So I'll stick with the Lions there. But in the AFC, of course, I got to go with the Chiefs because until somebody beats them or dethrones them, I cannot legitimately say that any team. Do I like their chances to beat them? Maybe on a given certain situation matchup. I don't know, but the way they're playing right now, they're probably going to get home field, so that's going to be crucial in the playoffs. So definitely, I got to go KC off rip. Baltimore is that threat, and let's not sleep on Buffalo. Okay, Buffalo's going to be a headache here and there, and they do
Mm-hmm.
string together wins, and I don't pick them to go to the Super Bowl, but. In the playoffs, get to the play. They're going to get to the playoffs. So what they can do, maybe win, upset a team here, there. I don't know, but
With the Ravens, they just had another pickup, Tre'Davious White. They picked up Tre'Davious White. They picked up freaking Johnson, whatever the receiver. So those are two places or whatever that they really needed to get some focus on, and they got both of those spots for
yeah,
the
no
low,
question.
for the
No
low.
question.
So I think that takes them over. Especially with the offensive output that they put up, bro, 40 something points, 46, 47 points, bro, on just about anybody. Like these
No
guys,
question.
these guys are really dominant right now, especially with those two key acquisitions.
No question. It should put them over the hump. And look, when you got Derrick Henry's leading rush in the NFL, Lamar's like the third or fourth leading passer in the NFL for yardage wise, top
Mhm.
offense in the league. Definitely. They should be that team to do that. But until they do that and can knock off the Chiefs, I can't put them on my Super Bowl pick. So I'm sticking with Kansas City and I'm going to go
Mhm.
Detroit Lions. I say we win the NFC Championship this year, keep up playing how we're playing, take it one step further into the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is going to be a whole nother animal. I'll deal with that level of stress of emotions when I get there, if we potentially get there. But let's get there first. I'm taking Chiefs Lions.
Very compelling arguments between the two of you. Sam, I do not agree with Philly making it to the Super Bowl. There's just too many questions. That defense is not, they're just not that defense. Their offense, like you said, AJ Brown and Saquon's, backwards hurtling over people, and Jalen Hurts hasn't been turning the ball over and stuff like that. And you got Slim Reaper out there. They're a solid offense. But Detroit, I think, is on another level, man. They are I think I think they're the best team in football. And the reason why I say they're the best team, I'll say I have them in my NFC as my NFC pick to go to the Super Bowl.
Mhm.
Boom.
The AFC is a little tricky because, like you said, Jordan, the Chiefs are undefeated, and until
Yeah, a
they
lot of great
get
teams.
beat, you can't pick against them. But I want to say there's something about Baltimore that is also different this year. Their run defense is extremely good. I think they allow like 4 or 6 yards per carry. That's one of the top run defenses in the league. But their pass defense is just terrible. So if they can clean that up, they might have a shot to make it. And I'm torn between the Chiefs and Baltimore. But if I have to pick, man, I'm kind of with you, Jordan. I have to pick the Chiefs until they lose. I have to pick them until they lose. And we know Baltimore's playoff history. Now that was before they got Derrick Henry and they got these
Mhm.
other players that they just added. Likely's playing really good. Zay Flowers is balling out. This could be their year, man. Lamar Jackson might win another MVP, two-time
Mhm.
MVP back to
It's a good
back.
chance. It's a good
Very
chance.
good chance. So
Mm,
to me, it's a toss up. But if I had to choose, I'm gonna go with Chiefs. Honestly,
So the reasons I didn't go with the Lions is just because of A Hutch, man. Hutch being down, bro, that's
I
gonna be
get
so
it.
pivotal,
I
yeah.
get
so
it.
pivotal, bro. To because
But yeah, but
when you playing
they said
when
if
you
he makes the Super Bowl, he should be back by then.
Yeah, that's a
but you
goose
gotta
hunt though,
make
Yeah,
it,
man.
that'd be
but you gotta
stupid.
make it. You gotta
Yeah,
make it. And y'all are playing very strong right now. But I feel like when you playing the elite teams now, y'all not just playing everybody. And y'all division right now is on fire. So it's nothing against y'all division because y'all the hottest division right now. I think everybody over 500 damn now. You know
yep.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, they
So
are.
so just with him being out or whatever, like I said, you gotta deal with that either that Philly defense, that Atlanta defense, bro. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy good. Even though it doesn't seem like it sometimes, bro, they bend and don't break. You gotta cover all those guys. You gotta cover London, you gotta cover Pitts, Moody, you gotta cover freaking
Atlanta could be a sneaky team. You're right. They
bro, and
could.
I'm telling, and they just rolling up the wins, bro, rolling up the wins, and Kansas City is just barely squeaking by, bro. They kind of doing the same thing as Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not blowing nobody out. This is the first game Mahomes had freaking 3 touchdowns, bro, and I don't know how
Kelsey
long.
had 14 catches. That's the
You
most.
know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
He probably hasn't even had 14 catches the entire season.
Right.
yeah. They
So,
just been maintaining, man. They're
Yeah.
coasting until
mhm,
they get there, and they don't have to do a whole lot. They're undefeated. It's working.
Right.
right.
Exactly.
But still, like I'd rather lose early than to lose late.
I feel
True.
that because that first
Ask the
one
freaking
hurts.
2000 what it was 2017
Seven
Patriots.
Patriots. Yeah.
2007. Okay, yeah. So
Hmm.
those guys were mossing them, So you don't
Yeah,
want to lose
bro.
that. You don't want to lose that stuff late. That's
No,
all I'm
you don't.
saying.
Shout out to D Hop, man. Didn't I tell you last week I thought that'd be his coming out party, man? He showed
Hmm.
up, didn't he?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did.
He definitely showed up.
Mhm.
Shout out D
You
Hop.
see that catch he had in between the two defenders?
Disgusting.
That was fucking
That was crazy.
beautiful.
That was crazy.
And I stand corrected. Everybody in that division except for the Bears, they're 4-4, but everybody else has a winning record for the Lions. But yeah, that's
Right.
Hey,
it's
they don't have
definitely a
a
tough
losing
division.
record.
But the Lions are obviously they're a level above, man. They control
Yeah.
Green Bay. You know, obviously Love was not 100% healthy and all of that, but you know, Green Bay's still a tough team, man. The defense
Yep.
is still there, and the Lions adding Zadarius Smith, that's crucial. That
I
trade. I
seen
mean,
that.
that dude's been
Yep.
sacking people left and right. That's gonna fill a
Got him
big
for the
void on
low.
that D line.
For the low.
Got him for essentially
lot
nothing.
of-
600K,
Yeah, a
600,000.
lot of trades that happened are for like 7th round picks, 4th round
Right.
picks.
Yeah, man, getting it off the books, dude. Just getting that shit off because the team's already paid up. Cleveland paid 11 million as Darius Smith's salary this year. Detroit
Right.
owes him 600K.
Shit,
Yes,
that's
sir.
a Russell
Thank you.
Wilson deal.
Thank you. Come on.
That's a fucking Howie Roseman deal, bro. Brad
True,
Holmes
true.
is cooking. Let Holmes cook.
Yeah, let him
But
cook.
yep.
I
There's
see
early
it.
Super Bowl matchups. Comment your early Super Bowl matchups in the thread. Let us know who you got going to the Super Bowl as of week 10.